Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today we are going to be checking out TWICE and the 4th Japanese album, Celebrate, and its 7 B-sides. And it's been a while since we've done a full-on TWICE reaction. Like recently we did the Celebrate music video reaction, which is the title track for this album, but outside of that we really didn't have anything TWICE this year, you know? So I'm very excited for now this album and also the comeback that is coming up in the insane month that is August, okay? We got IVE, we got Generation as well, we got Blackpink, like... Imagine our Red Velvet 2 or something like that, right? The girl group domination continues for the month of August as well. Now, one thing I do have to say before it though, as you already may see on the video link and down below in the chapters and whatever, we are not doing all songs in this video. Yeah, for copyright reasons, we already know that, right? JYP is always a bit iffy with that. Usually 4 is the maximum, which is why we are doing 4 songs here on YouTube. And I specifically say YouTube because I won't be uploading the other 3 song reactions to the final 3 B-sides of the album here on YouTube, but instead on Google Drive. Now this is something I've been just recently doing, and I would have done this for the Nayeon album as well already, because the thing is about YouTube and its algorithm and whatnot. I can obviously upload albums into parts and it will still be the case, okay? There will still be like times where I have like, I don't know, 10 songs or something on an album. I will, you know, I won't just upload 4 and the rest on, you know, they will upload to the majority on YouTube. But for this album now, it's example where we can do 4 in one video with me, and I would have to do another video with just 3 songs, as example, right? It just doesn't really make sense to upload this here on YouTube too, because it just won't deliver as good as the first video. And even though it may still do okay views and everything like that, right, it's still just smarter to just keep the album as one video upload. And, you know, because I can give you some examples where this may, you know, make a bit more sense for you. Part 1 of this album reaction, 6,600 views. Part 2, just around 3,000. The Nayeon album reaction is the best example. You know, the first part did over 7,000 views, or the second part only did around 1,500. Now, obviously, this one had feelings, feature, whatever, you know. But, like, here for 17.2, we had 4,300 views for the first part. We had only 2,000 for the second part. Now, obviously, like mentioned, there will be albums where we still, you know, upload as much as possible on YouTube. That will be the case for the Eyes Wide Open album, as example, which I definitely want to do soon. But this is just to give you a short example of why it's just smarter to either upload an album as full, and if that's not possible due to copyright, then at least try to, you know, keep it still as one video. Yeah, so this is why we are putting up the 3 final B-sides of this album on Google Drive. You can find it down below in the link and everything. You basically just have to do 1 extra click, right? That's all you gotta do, you know. That's the only inconvenience you have to do. You just gotta scroll down a little bit and click 1 link. That's all you gotta do, and then you will find the 3 remaining song reactions for the album down there. Okay? Like mentioned, when the mini album comes around, as example, soon, which is 1 and 2, or between 1 and 2 or something like that, it will have 6 pieces as example, that will be doing the same thing, okay? We upload the first 4 songs, and the final 2 on Google Drive, which is what I should have done for Nayeon as example too, okay? It just really makes more sense, and also I have 2 videos for tomorrow, I got 4 for Friday, you know, so keeping it as little as possible upload-wise is just smarter. Now, enough of that, enough explaining, we're already 3 minutes, let's dive into this damn album. The first B-side is Voices of Delight. With, I think, no member... Yeah, we have some member credits on this, but not for this song, so let's just dive into it, okay? First B-side on TWICE's 4th Japanese album, Celebrate, Voices of Delight. Let's check it out. Oh! Some rock pop? Oh! I very rarely have heard TWICE with some rock. Ooh. Epic pre-chorus sounds. Now some tempo, long build up. I first thought we were going to do an instrumental chorus. I said a very full one. Ooh, what a speed though. Ooh. I like the sound picture a lot. Really works for me. The way the pre-chorus comes in though. First with Nayeon, then with Jihyo. Then the second part with Jeongyeon sounding great too. The way the chorus then kicks in too. Oh. And the verses are also quite good, so. We have a lot of voice filtering going on though. But it kind of suits the rock pop. A little bit of a cool down. Background vocals thrown in there too. We have a lot of voice editing in this one though. Or is it just me? Like even the background vocals. Really like it. Would have actually taken 4 more seconds of the instrumental bit, but I'm just glad we actually got an instrumental outro there and didn't just cut it off like that. Oh, but okay, Twice's Voices of Delight. Now, this is rare. I actually can't pinpoint out in the past yet where I've listened to a Twice song with a very rock-influenced sound, you know. I can't remember that actually right now. Maybe like the thing is, still many people told me that the most variety-filled album is still Eyes Wide Open, which I like mentioned wanted to do since last year already, but never got to it. Maybe we should do that before the comeback, to be honest. Outside of the other Japanese music videos I still have to do, but copyright, you know. But yeah, Voice of the Light, definitely my sound design, you know, when it comes to the core. Now what I noticed though, like mentioned, is that we definitely tuned the voices a lot in this one, okay? Where we gave it such a not hall sound effect, but where it really feels like, you know, we have this little bit of an echo, which like mentioned suits the rock sound itself, you know, like that's not an uncommon thing to do when it comes to the mixing of songs like that and for voices like that when it comes to the sound picture. But it's like mentioned definitely noticeable, especially when we even do it for the background vocals, yeah, where we don't like have the clear, crisp vocals that we usually have, but also have that filter over it, you know. I often say that I'm usually not the biggest filter fan, but again, it suits the general sound of the song, so it's not too distracting or like too out of place, right? It's still definitely a bit of a difference though that you definitely gotta get used to first. Now, Voices of the Light overall though, like mentioned, the sound picture itself is really, really cool and definitely my vibe. But also the rest of the song is also just really well done, okay? We have a cool verse picture where we have actually a more chill member delivery, especially in the first half, before we then get a bit more spicier with the rap section in the second part, where we like mentioned have this good strong core design with the rock influence, where they actually have more calmer voice delivery here, which makes for a good contrast, you know. Obviously though, pre-chorus and chorus are definitely the highlight, okay? The way the English lyric comes in with the what was it, come on my hands, come on my heart, come on my mind, first by Nayeon, then by Jihyo. That sounds really, really good. Now give me the full thing, man. My hands, come on my heart, come on my mind. Has such an epic build up to it, you know? Very satisfying. Then the Jeongyeon bit here, increasing the tempo. The closer. And then boom. We make that short moment of mute basically there, when we only have the closer. Then boom. Fully fledged back into it. Very strong. Just a very energetic song, you know, it gives you, I think it's a good workout song actually. I think this is definitely a good song to work out to, or maybe like to run to, you know. Just has a good energy to it, you know, but it's not too loud either, you know. I think it has a good mixture of that. Second verse, like mentioned, a bit more heavier in the delivery, even though, like mentioned, it's also still, you know, not really that hard, or definitely a bit softer still. The bridge was okay. Okay, the bridge was fine, you know, like mentioned, we did a little bit of a cooldown there, but didn't really feel like it really took off to, you know, be really, I don't know, but it's totally fine still. So it's a good on point 3-minute song with a cool chorus sound that, like mentioned, I've very rarely. Oh, of course, Perfect World from last year. I mean, it wasn't really a full-on rock song, to be honest, but like still had a more heavier guitar tone to it. So, but still, Voices of Delight. Dig that sound side from the girls. It's like mentioned when it comes to the song construction, to the, actually not the song construction, but to the song design and to the mixing of it. Definitely a bit different too, definitely something you may have to get used to first. But I enjoyed the first season a lot. I'm excited to listen to it more. The second song when it comes to the B-sides is TikTok, and I think here we have, yeah, Dahyun wrote on this. And she only wrote it. What means only? Yeah, Dahyun actually has a lot of writing credits for TWICE's discography, right? How many? Over 20 already? Maybe? 10, 15, something like that? I've been seeing her name pop up very, very often in the albums recently, so that's very cool to see. TikTok is the second B-side, and we go right into it. Let's check it out. Bit more of a... Oh! What are those military drums doing here? Oh, this is such an interesting instrumental. Damn! Out of nowhere, Nayeon just bursting in it with the volume. Oh. Really, Nayeon bursting in it like that was basically the out of nowhere transition to the chorus. Now we go. Wow, we mixed just so many different drums in this. This now goes a bit more into Latin, a bit more tropical, you know. Here again to the more military sounds. Very short pre-chorus here and then. Oh, never mind. Now. That powerful section by Nayeon and Jihyo on the chorus there is so cool. Like, it comes out of nowhere. Tzuyu sounding great though. Then, like mentioned, very simple TikTok parts. Obviously easy to sing along. Again, the core is so bright and dreamy. But we have such heavy drums in this. Now back with the military ones. This is such an hard to categorize sound, honestly. Ooh, love the background humming and vocals here. This may be one too much. Like this TikTok so often behind one another. Might become a bit too linear, you know, that it may be a bit too, you know. But works as an outro still. TikTok! Okay, that was very different. Like it has the classic TWICE concept and everything to it, but like it feels so unusual to see such a more dreamy bright core line combined with such heavy drums throughout. You know, like we had the military drums there, we had some very heavy drums in there, some fast drums and everything. Like mentioned, there's bursts of volume there from Nayeon and Jihyo in the first part of the chorus. It's such a fast-paced song. It just mixes so many different, you know, so many different drums throughout, and just there's just never room to really calm down, right? It's just a very energetic song throughout. Okay, very, very, very different. Like, it was hard to, you know, like, hard to really understand what we're doing here at first, but then, like, then you get the sense of it, and then you're like, oh, yeah, okay, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Here the bass and the drums is just generally strong, where you have this more soft bell sound, you know? Then here, the military drums kicking in. You know what means military drums, right? But it like sounds like from like when you have like a military thing going on. I'm not sure if there's a specific name for it, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean when I say military drums, you know? Yeah, then for the pre-chorus, like outside of the drums, the sound is the same, you know? That's the thing. The outside of the drums changing, the main sound remains the same, but the changes of the drums alone make such a difference, which then really gives it such a different feel to it. Because here, we go back with more violins, while keeping the drums a bit in the back of that. Bass and bass too. Damn! Like, the pre-chorus doesn't really feel like a pre-chorus at first, outside of the drum change. You know, the drums are basically the main thing that really signalizes, okay, we're in the verses here, we're in the pre-chorus here, you know? And that's cool, okay? I like the way we played around with the drums and that really makes it feel a bit different, because again, often we have like these very clear-cut sections where you have like, the chorus sound really change, you know, where we go from like, I don't know, sound A to sound B, and then to sound C, or A again for the chorus or whatever, and here we basically have one same sound letter all the way through, while only the drum in the background becomes different. That signalizes, okay, that was a verse, that's a pre-chorus, and bam, now we're going into the chorus with this burst of volume from Nayeon and Jihyo. That's really cool. You know, it's another 3-minute song, but still on point, has everything to offer. Again, the TikTok bit is a bit, you know, it's very simple, it's a bit repetitive, you know, it might be a bit too, you know, like the ending may drag, then at the end, like we do the TikTok 6 times or something like that, then maybe become a bit too, you know, one-dimensional maybe. That we will see in re-listens about that. First impression though, I like what we did here. I think on the musical side, it's definitely something intriguing, and it's always something I'm in for, you know. I don't just want every song to be, you know, typical or something like that. Cool what we did with this one, TWICE's TikTok. That was cool, yeah? That was cool, I enjoyed that. Right now moving over to Flow Like Waves, and I heard that this one is special. Like, I already saw on Twitter that this song especially, apparently, is really good and really worth checking out. So, let's do that. Let's check it out. Actually, before it, let's see about the member credits. Who wrote on this? None of the members. Okay. Then, let's dive into it. Flow Like Waves. A bit longer. Ooh, I love this beat. This bass is nice. That was flow. I like we have such a strong hip-hop bass, but out of sound picture is getting more dreamy. Ooh, the build up in the background though. Give me another section for the pre-chorus. The humming. Give me a good drop. Don't instrumental. Oh! Oh, and the second section's going off, huh? We're doing that, huh? Come on. Come on. Oh, that really goes off. Oh. Oh, this is even better. This contrast. Momo in this one though. Again, this constant contrast is so fun. Rap duo. Hear those background vocals in there. This pre-chorus. This pre-chorus is excellent. And you know what I mean here? They use the high register. We have a more... This gritty bass and bass in contrast with this more bright and lovely tone. It's so fun. Tzuyu. They could have done that bridge a bit longer though. That bridge definitely could have taken another half. The bridge song was so nice. Definitely could have made that 2 sections, but the backable scandal. Ooh, the background picture in this is so nice. It's such a... It feels like a hip-hop summer song. Without really being... Okay, maybe that's where it didn't, because the song actually goes a bit longer this time. And I see though why this one was hyped, or why many people on social media already said, hey, this one especially is really, really good. Okay. TWICE's flow like waves is very interesting. Like mentioned, we have a very constant bass in this that is like very, very fun, very, very hip-hoppy, you know, like the tempo of it and everything. But the song never really goes into a hip-hop direction, even in the verse pages where we have a bit more flow going around. Even then, it isn't really hip-hop, but the bass still is, which gives it this fun dynamic, you know. Because outside of that, they usually use much more of a brighter, softer vocal picture, you know. We have a bit ounces of strength in there here and there, but majority the delivery and the other part of the sound picture is more soft and more brighter, like a left and right flow like waves type of thing, you know. Which a bit more, you know, it really has a bit of a summer flavor to it. But the core of the song, which is the bass, which is the most prominent sound element in the song too, is buzzing. It's fast. It just feels hip-hop, but then especially in the chorus especially, it just really, you know, it's like really pumping in your ear. And it just makes for such a great contrast. But also just the way the song was written, you know, like I mentioned, so many member back-to-backs where we have like, especially in the second part of the chorus, we have like 3 members in one line, you know, here 3 members back-to-back, you know, makes for such a good dynamic, you know. It's in one way very relaxing and smooth and soothing, but on the other way also just like a really good, like a good mover, and all he added when it's so good, you know. Really, really cool. Momo, especially in my opinion, shined this one. I feel like her parts were really, really cool. You know, I feel like she really, that party sounds especially great, you know. Like, the way the bass goes down here. Damn, that Momo part is so good. That Momo section, that line there is so nice. And then here in the chorus too, or no, was it in the bridge? Did another great section. I think it was that one where no, wait. There was another, wait, no. No, that was the second section. Here, the first part, we already had a great section from her. So good. Momo is really my highlight of the song here. But again, the pre-chorus is heavenly. Okay, it's a very long pre-chorus too. It's a very satisfying pre-chorus. Let's listen to the pre-chorus in full. The way we take the bass out, you hear in the background the drums rising up, heavenly vocals, heavenly background humming. Ooh. This is how we do. I first thought this build-up would really go into a big explosive chorus, but no. It's more of an anti-drop, you know. But here we, like mentioned, then pick out the softer side and have only the bass and bass in the foreground with a more brighter vocal tone, which makes a great contrast. Like waves. And then I thought we'd go for a faster second half, but instead, that's how we do, flow like waves. So good. Just be easy. This chorus is this pre-chorus into chorus is actually, I wouldn't say, from what I've listened to, one of the best things TWICE have done in the B-side category. I feel like I want to say so. Okay, this pre-chorus into chorus here, it's really long, you know. It's like nearly 1 minute of pre-chorus and chorus, okay? Nearly 1 minute from there to there. That's long, okay? That's really long. It's a 2-section pre-chorus and a 2-section chorus. But oh my god, this is a satisfying one, okay? That's so good. Now, obviously, because it's already so long here, the bridge unfortunately had to take a hit, basically. The bridge was so gorgeous, actually, you know? Like, we do the full chorus part again. I honestly think we should have cut out this chorus part here, like the second part of the second chorus, to therefore make a longer bridge instead. I feel like that would have might be okay on re-listens anyways now, but like I really love this bridge down there too. The way everything chills out for a moment, but it doesn't really have the time, you know. We do this wonderful little cooldown moment, but then basically 3 seconds later we're already going back in, you know. This very lovely soft moment there, doesn't really have the time to really flourish because we basically straight after jump straight back into it, okay? I definitely think we should have cut off the second chorus in the middle and therefore make the bridge a bit longer, and then maybe like add like another outro at the end and we come into the same length, something like that. That may be the only thing I would have maybe changed out of this other side perfect song, because I feel like the bridge sounds great, but it really feels more like an afterthought thrown in than really this long satisfying bridge moment there. Because again, the moment we like do this full cooldown is so nice, but then really just a few seconds after, boom, we're fully back in again. We could have maybe made that a bit longer. Maybe just say, do that longer here. Maybe have it go nearly 4 minutes. I don't care, okay? Because the song is just really great, okay? Definitely the highlight of the album for me this fall. You know, this is now the 5th song on the album. We like celebrating Doughnut already as music video releases in the past few months. Now out to the B-sides. But Flow Like Waves, from the 5 songs as far as I've listened to from the album, definitely the best, okay? Might actually be, would I consider one of my favorite TWICE B-sides so far? Probably. Flow Like Waves is wonderful. That was really, really cool. Such a cool contrast all the way through. It's musically, once again, very creative and interesting too, you know. They sound great as well, so it's such a great combination of many, many things. Flow Like Waves, highlight of the album thus far. Let's see if they can contest that spot. You know, that's why we already have a really big highlight in this. The next song and the final song for the video here on YouTube, we like mentioned, we'll be doing the final 3 then on over on Google Drive, is That's All I'm Saying, with lyric participation by, once again, Dahyun, which is the final bonus, which is the final lyric credit on the album. Let's jump into it. TWICE, That's All I'm Saying. Whistling always works. Still more of a build up. Bass isn't really there yet. Oh, interesting tempo. It feels like it's just waiting to burst out. Ooh, it's such a low register, slow delivered sound here from them. Ooh, that's nice. the way we do that, they will be all with the whistling, but Momo into Tzuyu, very nice. Now we have a bit more of a normal flow from them. But you know what I mean? This. Both the drums and the bass feel so. How to explain it? So drowned in a good way. Momo with the sound though. Now we're doing Jihyo with the high register for the second part, huh? Oh, never mind, Chaeyoung. That whistling note. Oh, Chaeyoung singing this. Oh, then they're on deep voice. Oh, Jihyo deep voice. Love the deep voices in this one. But it's such a different chorus though, you know? Like the instrumental goes a bit faster but also feels a bit drowned. And they also energy-wise very, very low here. I do wonder though. Why do we just not really realize that though? Like from the photo. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Once I really gotta say thus far, especially when I look at what Celebrate was. You know, Celebrate was a very straightforward song. Okay, Celebrate was a very, very typical TWICE song. Okay, it worked. You know, was fine, but like was nothing really too creative or new or anything like that, right? But as far I really gotta say when it comes to the B-sides, I feel like each song really tries something. You know, each song really tries to go into a very different direction from one another, and just tries to be creatively a bit something, you know, intriguing, something worth to look at. Because that's all I'm saying now. As example, really has a, I wouldn't say it has a Western flavor to it, but like the guitar and everything really has a bit more of a lean back Western sound picture to it. And the way generally the voices were once again mixed, or what means mixed actually, the way they just sung or just sing throughout was way more low key, you know, less higher register, less energy, way more, you know, just you know, more like talk singing basically, right? In a very deep tone, which in combination with the guitar and with the bass that we had, which like I mentioned had a somewhat drowned feeling to it. Like, you know, the way the song was building up itself from the beginning on, really felt like it was just waiting to really burst out. And then we do have that moment, but even there, it doesn't really feel like we go for the very typical sound picture, or like the very typical sound, that we still kept this somewhat, you know, kept behind type of feeling to it. You know what I mean? It's hard to describe, but you know what I mean? Every sound element here really feels like it's behind a wall in somewhere, where it's like isn't the typical sound, but more like a, like we put a filter above it where it really just keeps itself, like it really basically has to restrain itself or really going fully out loud, you know, because we want to keep this more medium volume picture going on. And I think it really works, and it's once again something interesting, you know. It's something that I especially pointed out back during the Taste of Love album reaction last year, you know, which was a full-on sound round, because I was like, man, yeah, it's summer album and everything, but like the album just didn't feel creative enough for me to really, you know, it just felt like we basically had the same songs but only change the tempo here and there, right? Here it really feels like we go for different sounds, for different instrumentals, for different deliveries, for, you know, the album just really does it for me in the creative and music sense, you know, that really works for me. Only thing I would not necessarily change, but the only thing I'm just really now noticing is that the first half of the chorus, there's a full 2-sectioner, you know, and then the second half, which is really fun, with this with this, that will be all, that will be all, that will be all, do, that's all I'm saying, that we only do that once, you know, Like often when you do the second chorus part, you do like generally section 1, section 2, first off with first sound design, then section 3, section 4, second sound design, boom, that's your 2-section of chorus. But instead we all do the first section here and then move over again, you know. I feel like this part is catchy enough and fun enough to say let's do it twice, or that we then just say, you know, we do the same sound design here but do other lyrics for the fourth part, for the fourth part, I don't know. That's the only thing I would maybe like nitpick here, but that's once again just a production slash song writing preference I have. It's still fine the way it is, okay? That's all I'm saying. Very different in the sound picture. Once again, we tried something out here. That's really what I gotta, you know, appreciate in the process for throughout this album. We really try to make every song feel different from one another and not just feel like another typical TWICE song, but instead really try to let the girls try something out, you know, basically explore more horizons. That's always cool and that's always appreciated, because that is what music is all about. You know, you found your own sound picture, then do it over and over. Sure, it will always sound good, but you know, might be a bit too repetitive at one point. As far as this album really lives from its diversity. That's really cool. Now, this is it for the YouTube bit. Like mentioned, that were the first 4 B-sides. We have 3 more to go through, but we'll be doing those on Google Drive. Again, I'm not uploading this as a second part, first of all because it has 1 song less, and because I already know that this part here now would have just double the amount of views, or even 3 times the amount of views, and I have so much other stuff to upload the next days as well, which just wouldn't make sense to now upload a way less performing part as well. Means go down below in the comment section or in the description. They will find a link to Google Drive and reactions to the 3 final B-sides of TWICE's Japanese album. That's the deal. Hope you look forward to it. See you there again. For now, I hope you enjoyed the first part / the first half of the album reaction and review. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts on the song we've checked out thus far, and obviously of the other songs as well. You know, just check out the other stuff first, and then comment all your thoughts down below here. I hope you enjoyed the video / the album reaction, and I see you again soon with more TWICE, with maybe their second full album Eyes Wide Open, and the news coming, and so much more. Thank you for watching.